What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is an exciting day for all of my anniversary enjoyers out there. We have received the launch of Phase 4, and Phase 4 brings quite a bit of stuff into Anniversary, quite a bit of things to do. So anyone who's been kind of burnt out, kind of sitting raid logging or ranking in Alterac Valley, now there are actually things to do in the game outside of ranking in Alterac Valley or raid logging. Now, yes, one could make the argument that there is nothing else to do outside of ranking because the rank 14 gear is just infinitely better than any of the raid gear currently in the game. But for anyone who does want to play the game and do some of the raids, now you have that option, right? With Phase 4, with the launch of Phase 4 in Anniversary, we get the Zul'Gurub raid. Now, Zul'Gurub is a beloved raid in any version of Classic. All the Classic enjoyers love it. It's one of my favorite Classic raids of all time because it's fast, it's quick, it's enjoyable, and there's some really good catch-up gear in there. So if maybe you missed the whole BWL phase and you haven't even jumped in there yet, you can now get into ZG and start getting your gear that way. That will catch you up to the current phase. Or even if you just want to jump in there, maybe get some rings, necks, weapons to help you PvP even better. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, ZG is an awesome catch-up raid, and even myself personally, who kind of just logged out of Anniversary after I hit rank 11 on my Shaman, I will be jumping in and doing a few ZG runs over the next couple of weeks, just because it's one of my favorite raids of all time, and you have a shot at getting a cool mount. Now, aside from that, you do also now have access to the 4 new world bosses. We have Emerus, Lethon, Terrar, and Ysandre. Now, these bosses can spawn in 4 different locations. The dragon is never guaranteed to be in the exact same location, so remember that. You have the Twilight Grove in Duskwood, you have the Bow Shadow in Ashenvale, you have Seradane in the Hinterlands, and you have Dreambow in Feralus. So aside from Zul'Gurub coming as a raid, you now have the option to do these world bosses as well. But the one thing that most people get excited for with Phase 4 is the Tier 0.5 or the Dungeon Set 2. This unlocks that awesome tier set in between your Dungeon Set and your Tier 1 from Molten Core, and this set is BIS for a lot of classes. Like the Rogue Dark Mantle set is out of control and it's really, really good. So a lot of the rogues out there are going to be farming this set if they don't have their rank 14 gear. But just keep in mind, it's a pretty lengthy quest line. I think I made a guide on it back when this came out in Season of Discovery. I could probably link it down in the description below. I'll dig through the channel and see if I can find that. But it's a long quest line, and if not, I'll just post the Wowhead guideline for it here. It definitely takes some serious time. You're going to be doing this quest for hours and hours, but it is worth it for a lot of classes. And the other 2 things coming in Phase 4 are more open world style of content rather than instance content. So if that's more your thing, you're going to have the Stranglethorn Veil Fishing Extravaganza that's going to be entering the game today, and the Stirring of the Silithid. You could fight back against the Twilight Hammer and Silithid in Silithus and earn reputation with the Cenarian Circle and start getting those reps prepped. So there's not a ton of stuff coming in Phase 4 for Anniversary, but it's a good patch. The Zul'Gurub patch is always a good time. It offers some pretty quick catch-up for anyone who just hit level 60. Maybe you farmed your Prebis, you could jump into Zul'Gurub and start doing that raid at least and work your way up to Blackwing Lair. And then obviously the next phase that we're going to be getting in Anniversary is the Gates of Ahn'Qiraj are going to be opening, right? So that is a new tier of raiding outside of, like, you know, you have basically your pre-raid BIS, you have Molten Core, you have ZG is kind of on the same level as Molten Core, maybe even a little easier, and then you have Blackwing Lair right now, and then next, again, we're going to have Ahn'Qiraj, which is definitely a new tier of raid. It's definitely a little bit more of a gear check, and it's a little bit harder. So if you were bored with Anniversary, if you were sick of ranking in Alterac Valley, if you were sick of raid logging BWL, at least now you have the option to do Zul'Gurub, the world bosses, or even farm your tier 0.5 if that's something that you want for your class. But myself personally, guys, I enjoyed Anniversary a little bit. I got my Shaman to level 60. I ranked to 11, basically for the cheap epic mount, you know, 90 gold instead of 900 gold was definitely a selling point for me there. But I'm really kind of just waiting for the Burning Crusade, but a phase like this, Phase 4 with Zul'Gurub, I'm going to jump in and do some Zul'Gurub on my Shaman just for fun because, like I said, it's one of my favorite raids of all time. I think Zul'Gurub is like the perfect classic raid. It's smaller, it's quicker, the bosses are fun, you kind of just plow through the whole thing. and I really do enjoy it. So I'll be jumping in to do that. I don't think I'll be pushing my Shaman to rank 14 just because I'm not going to be maining it in TBC. I'm going to be maining Hunter, so I don't really see a need to push rank 14 and get that title. But yep, over the next maybe 5-6 months, I'm going to be leveling up my Hunter over there on Anniversary and getting him ready for the Burning Crusade, which I'm really excited about. And seeing Phase 4 drop and Zul'Gurub dropping, it means we're that much closer to TBC, and I am super stoked about it. I know a lot of you guys are playing and enjoying Anniversary, and that is great, but for me, the most part, I'm really waiting for TBC. It's my favorite expansion of all time, and just so you all know, we will be pumping tons of TBC content on the channel as we get closer to that, so look out for that. If it's something you enjoy, make sure you subscribe. We're going to be doing guides for everything, rep guides, mount guides, everything under the sun for TBC. Again, my favorite expansion, yeah, I'm going to be really loving that. I'm excited, and I feel like we're getting closer and closer to it, and I could almost taste it. I could taste the Burning Crusade. Or maybe that's... But yeah, either way, very excited, guys. Drop a like. It really does help me out. Subscribe to the channel if this is the type of content you like. We're covering pretty much anything to do with WoW at this point. You know, right now, Season of Discovery is at its end. We have Anniversary going on. We're waiting for TBC. We're waiting for maybe a Classic Plus announcement sometime in the next 15 years. And I am really, really excited for all of it. And I really can't thank you guys enough for sticking with me through all of this. You know, we all just share a love for this old game that is just, for some reason, such a huge part of my life and a lot of you guys as well, right? But anyways, jump over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/hammerdance. I stream Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And that's really all I've got for you today, guys. So thank you all so much for watching and listening in. I'll see you all in the next one.
World of Warcraft, baby! Yeah!
My nipples are all hard, and
I'm gonna pwn noobs.
EB Games in West Hollywood for the release of the Burning Crusade.
waiting for the World of Warcraft expansion to come out.
Do you guys play together?
No, we play different servers. He's Forward, I'm Alliance.
Oh, that's like separate bedrooms.
Wait until she levels up so I can kill her.
An obsession? Sure, but the question is, does the international addiction to an internet game represent a danger? Maybe, but there is also no indication that anything can slow the explosive growth of the intoxicating game called World of Warcraft.